Let's go deeper into building agents with the latest AI models from a company with a new release today. We're joined today by Aytekin Tank, CEO of Jotform, a 19-year-old company with 25 million users that's announcing a new product release today. We're going to talk about AI agents in customer service, sales, education, and more in a conversation brought to you by Jotform. Aytekin, great to see you again. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Alex. Thank you for having me on the show.
Great to have you here. So we've talked in the past privately, and now we're going to do it publicly, about the progression of AI technology and how good it's gotten quickly. So you've worked to build agents that fill out forms, and this has been pretty tough. But I'm curious to hear your perspective on how quickly the technology's changed, how much better it's gotten, and what it's enabling you to do that you couldn't do previously.
Yeah, just to give you some timeline, we have been working on this product for more than a year. And the reason we started working on this product was we were looking into how we can use AI for our users. We have 25 million users at Jotform, and we wanted to find a way to help them with AI. And we usually do these hack weeks several times a year at Jotform to kind of to try different things, just allow our teams and developers to come up with new ideas. So a year ago, we actually did this hack week, and actually more than one team came up with this idea to fill out forms using AI. So we released this product to the beta users, and it was going well. But after a few months, we discovered something. We discovered that 90% of the users weren't actually using it for forms. They were using it for different purpose, and only 10% of the beta users were actually using it to get people to fill out forms. And what we discovered was most of the people were actually putting these chatbots on their website, or they were just linking to it. And basically, they were doing kind of customer service with it. So, and just to give you an example, there was this museum, and they actually added all the knowledge about all the entries they have in the museum. And people were just going to the website and they were asking questions. What we discovered was people actually prefer to talk to an AI than to browse the whole website to find the information. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, now we are used to this. In the past, you would actually Google something, right? Today, people are more likely to go to ChatGPT and ask their questions, because you can just get the question answered directly, as opposed to browsing 10 different pages and try to figure things out. You can just get the summary. You can get the final answer. And I don't want to go on to out of topic, but I have 3 kids. 2 of them are on at elementary school. And when they do their homework, they are basically using ChatGPT to ask their questions. And
right, everyone's using
they're using the voice mode, especially because it's just much easier. Just quickly asking, okay, what is this? What does this mean? And then they get an answer quickly. I remember when I was a kid, there was no internet. I didn't even have a computer when I was in elementary school. I would actually I had to find an encyclopedia. I had to go to a library, or I had to ask my parents or something to find out about something. And a decade ago, kids actually had to Google things to find things. That was much better than going to a library, but it's still compared to talking to ChatGPT, it's still much. It's just more difficult compared to just getting the answer from ChatGPT. So if you think about it, people are now used to talking to AI, and they get their answers from AI. They are used to talking to LLMs. But if it, which company actually has an AI agent you can talk to? I don't think there are. I haven't heard many. So basically, there is this mismatch. There's something missing. People are used to talking to AI to get their answers, but the businesses don't have AI to do that. So that's the goal of Jotform AI agents. What we are doing with this launch today is to be able to really and for the first year, our goal is to like get to like 1 million small business. What if we can actually give this AI agent to 1 million small businesses so they can actually put this AI agent on their website or put it on their card or put it, yeah, just, send a link over text or something and get people to like uh, get customer service 24/7, all their questions answered, just like talking to ChatGPT. What if you could talk to the business, a small business, anytime, and you can ask any questions, you can fill out forms, you can just, we will figure out like what else can be done, and sales probably like the maybe data analysis. Like there's lots of things you could do with AI agents. But we are starting with customer service.
One of the things I like about this conversation is you're actually going to show us, and we don't just need to sort of talk about it theoretically. We can see how this works practically. It's like a AI CEO who's going to actually show the product, which is always cool. Before we get into that, I have to ask you a question because this has sort of stuck with me since you said it. You built a AI product basically for form completion, and your customers then sort of hacked it to do customer service. I mean, how did this happen?
It's actually like even from day one, we had the customer service aspects, but we were thinking, okay, when people are filling out the forms, they're gonna also have like questions, like they are gonna. So we had from the beginning, we had the knowledge base aspects of the product in place. So you could upload like documents, you could give URL of your website so that we can crawl your website and learn from it. You can answer like questions and answer. You can just train. We even implemented this feature where you can actually talk to your own agent directly and train it. And it's asking you a question like, what if someone asks this question? You can role play with your agent,
For real.
like, or you can just instruct the agent to do something. And in the backend, it's actually building all these like features, like actions. It starts using. If you say, okay, if someone wants to make an appointment, make an appointment, and basically, like you are actually in the backend, the AI agent is actually enabling the appointment tool so that like people can actually make appointments using the AI agent. So even from the beginning, we always had that aspect to train it. But our goal was to, okay, when people are filling out forms, let's give them the right answers, right? That was the goal. But it turned out that like people actually discovered this, and then they said like, okay, this is great. I will just use it on my website. Forget about the forms. Just get people to ask their questions and give them answers, and that's how they used it. And so that's how we are kind of releasing the product, because people kind of wanted this product as opposed to just filling out the forms.
That is pretty cool. So like you as a company that for 19 years was working to help people fill out forms, all of a sudden you realize that that is contained within the customer service realm. I mean, it was always, but with AI, you're able to really expand what you do.
Exactly. I mean, we've been thinking like we will just help them with forms, but it turns out that people actually kind of needed this as well. Yeah.
Great. So let's take a look at the product. I'd love to have you share your screen and sort of
Share my
let
screen.
everybody see how it works.
So let me start with our web page. Here we see the an example AI agent. Basically, one of the things we did was, even though our AI agents kind of tell you they are an AI agent, and they made sure to mention that they are an AI agent, that we wanted to give that a feeling of human. Like we want them to be like smiling, and because customer service is about like providing that nice support, like providing those niceness, because like people want to get they don't want to get their questions answered, but they also want a good service, like warm, nice service. That's why like we wanted to give these avatars and smiling faces. And so we can see here that there are like multiple channels. So basically, you can use phone, chatbot, WhatsApp. There's a voice agent, messenger, and you can even like do this. Install an app like if you have a customer that needs to get support from you constantly, like they can just install the AI agents as an app. So I'm gonna just create my first AI agent. So here we are. I'm creating my first agent. So I first decide on what's the primary channel I will use this. Let's say I'm just gonna use the standalone agent type, and I'm gonna start from scratch. I could choose I could start with a form, use one of our templates, or like clone an agent. Is kind of like, you kind of it actually gets your information and basically. And I'm actually doing that on my webpage, aytekintank.com. If you want to see an example, like you can just talk to my clone, and I trained with my articles and my knowledge so that people can actually talk to it, and even if they want to connect me, they can actually use that to ask me questions as well.
Voice
So
and chat.
yeah, it's also chat. Yeah, it's a chatting AI agent. So I'm just going to I prepared a prompt summer camp agent to help with questions from parents and students. So this is the AI agent I'm creating. And so now this is creating an AI agent for me, basically from my prompt. And here I am. So, as I mentioned, we wanted to have that feeling of like, okay, even though this is AI, like this is a nice AI, like this is smiling and like body posture friendly, and we can customize AI agents. Like we could pick different avatars, or we could give like a different colors. If you want to use the voice agent or the phone agent, we can pick one of the different options from. And
Different voice
so
options.
yeah, so here we are. We could enter knowledge. We could crawl our website. We could upload files. We could provide a question and answers. And I'm just going to provide the summer camp starts on June 1st. Okay. Just to show you how to basically how to use. And I was talking about this like how we can actually talk to our own agent. Here we are, like just it's I'm basically talking to this agent as the owner of the agent, as the manager of the agent. So it's asking me a question, but basically I wanna tell it, okay, can you change your name? Change your name. What can we change the name to? Any opinions? Can
Jimmy.
I
I
just
feel like Jimmy is a
give
good
me?
camp name.
Okay, okay, okay. So it actually, it's changing its name from Sunny to Ginny. So basically, I see AI as a way for us to kind of also be the user interface. Like the conversation could be the user interface, and AI actually gives us that promise. Like if you think about it, in the past, like just people have been having trouble using software because it's just you have to learn software. But with AI, the AI could be the user interface between people and the software, so that like you could just ask it what you want, and then it can actually instruct the software to do those changes. So I think that's another possibility for AI to make our lives easier.
I was going to ask you, when it comes to agents, we always think that it's not just adding a knowledge base and having it do customer service, but actually taking action on our behalf. And maybe you already got the answer to my question, because you showed that this agent not only will answer questions, but also be able to operate software in its own right.
Yeah, yeah. So there are different tools and options, like appointments. You could connect it with Google Calendar so that it can take appointments. So and actions are more about like you could give it like these if and then conditions, like if people talk about this, maybe do this, like give them this answer, things like that. So and and I want to show you the you mentioned that the the voice agent, the phone agent. Let's
Right.
try the voice agent.
Hello, I'm Jimmy, your friendly AI agent for summer camp inquiries. How can I help you?
When is the start date?
The summer camp starts on June 1st. Do you have any other questions about the camp?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions in the future, feel free to reach out.
That is pretty cool. Jimmy gets it done.
Yes, it does. Yeah, so this was the example, and yeah.
I do really like the fact that you could call them. To me, we did a recent show talking about how effectively the ability to talk to ChatGPT with voice, or even the promise of it, helped ChatGPT go from 100 million users to 300 million.
Wow.
And when I see this, and they know that, and that's why they released their own 1-800 ChatGPT. And when I see this, it does look like a 1-800 ChatGPT effectively for all businesses, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, when you call a company, a business, like you have to wait on the line for like
I was
15
just gonna
minutes.
say this is so much better than the phone trees. Press 7, press 0, and then you press like 17 buttons, and then it hangs up on you.
Yeah. And basically because it's AI, it will just pick up instantly because there's no reason to wait. Like there's no limited number of people, and it's also it will understand what you are seeing as opposed to like pick different numbers. And yeah, I think it's great for especially for small businesses who don't have the resources to have those like 24/7 call lines.
Right. So we had Sebastian Siemiatkowski from Klarna on the show a couple months ago, and he talked about how he's used AI to replace a lot of customer service. I imagine that this will replace phone trees first, right? So stuff that's already been automated, but automated poorly. It's natural for AI to step in and fix that, which it seems like you have a very big market opportunity ahead of you on that front. But I also wonder about like human customer service agents. What happens to them?
So when we actually pivoted to like customer service, one of the things we did was we actually have a large customer service team, like 200 employees, and basically we started kind of using our own agents for customer service, but we didn't actually do that we didn't lay off anybody or anything like that. We actually started providing more service to our customers. Like we had limited service, like we didn't have a phone support line, for example. We also didn't have a chat bot on our website to help people with their questions. We also we actually added additional like options for our customers to get support. And also on our support part, we actually started like creating drafts for our support team, so that when they're answering questions, so that they don't have to spend so much time for the initial draft. And then once they have that initial draft of the answer, they can actually improve that manually. And it was also feedback for us to improve our product, but it also kind of help our support team become better, which meant that we were able to provide a faster we were able to increase our support response times. And our support team was actually happier to be able to just spend their time more on providing better support to our users. And also and I think this is really more useful to kind of small businesses, which kind of replaces non-usage. Like there's no support line for a small business. There's no like sales line, right? There's no pre-sales line because a small business cannot put they don't have the resources to put like the phone line. But with this, with a very fraction of the cost, instead of hiring someone full time, they're able to. So this is actually, I feel like this is actually replacing non-usage, non-option, like replacing the options that doesn't there, creating new options for companies to provide. So it's I think it's increasing the level of service the companies can provide.
That's very interesting. So you would think that the default is I have an agent that can do service, therefore I don't need to have customer service people. But that would only make sense if you assume like service is complete or everybody's as satisfied as they can be with service. And the truth is that customer service is like one of the most important things that a business does. Like customer experience is a big part of the reason people make purchase decisions. And if you can make it better, then you're going to be better off. Or if you can add it in a place where you didn't have it before, if you're a nonprofit, for instance, and you can fill a voice agent with your knowledge base and upcoming dates and things like that, and maybe even allow your constituency to take action, then you're really in business there. So I want to end with just like, we love to dream at the end of the show. So let's kind of talk a little bit about where this might go. I mentioned at the top, maybe it ends up in sales, maybe it ends up in education. Where are the various like permutations of these type of agents going to show up next after customer service?
I feel like it's gonna I think customer service is pretty large topic. So it could include like pre-sales questions and appointments, all kinds of different use cases. So it's just like even that topic includes like so many things. But I think the next one is like sales, right? How can you do sales? And it's again like there's this term called like lead qualification, right? You qualify leads. Why do you need to qualify leads? Why don't you like treat everyone equally? And if you cannot serve everyone, if you cannot provide everyone like a human salesperson, just provide them like this AI service person. So it's like in many areas, like because we are limited by the amount of time and resources we have, we are not actually doing a great job. We are not doing a great job in customer service. We are not doing a great job in sales. In many aspects, like we are not doing a great job. So AI agents can actually make it much better and help us, provide a better service in all kinds of different things.
So product launches today.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And if people are interested in learning more, where do they go?
They can just go to Jotform.com and they will find Jotform AI agents there. I will also provide the link for the video description for you.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. You heard it here first. The platform is on Jotform.com. The CEO is Aytekin Tank. And Aytekin, great to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Alex, for having me.
All right. And hey, look, first day with the product. We got the demo here on the channel. Doesn't get better than that. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on the channel with another video soon.